Hello, voices. Welcome back to the In My Voice podcast, a space where your stories find a voice. I am back with another episode of introspection and reflection on the journey we call life. Today, we are delving into a phrase that came up from my conversation I had with my friend. We were talking about this life, and she insinuated that most of us are always in a hurry for something. We're always rushing, as if there is someone, a timekeeper like back in the days when we're still in school, who is always reminding us that we are late to do something. And she asked, but why are we rushing? So today's episode is called Opapa Olagawa. It's a Luganda phrase asking, where are you going? You are rushing, but where are you going? It's a question that resonates deeply, urging us to pause and ponder our hurried existence. Have you ever wanted to read a letter that was meant for someone else? Have you ever wanted to travel the world, but didn't have the time or the money? If so, you are in the right place. Welcome to In My Voice, the podcast where we read letters and share travel stories about places by our guests. I am your host Bonaheri, and each week I'll guide you through these two different yet fascinating worlds. In the first segment, we'll read letters written to listeners like you about a variety of subjects, from heartwarming stories to heartbreaking experiences. These letters offer a unique perspective on the human experience. Some of them will make you laugh, while the others will bring a tear to your eye. But they all have one thing in common. They are written from the heart. In the second segment, we will embark on a journey to explore the world through travel stories. We will visit exotic destinations, meet interesting people, and experience the joys and challenges of traveling. Whether you are a seasoned traveler or someone who's always dreamed of seeing the world, you will find something to inspire you in these stories. So, join me every week as we dive into these two fascinating worlds. In My Voice. I promise you won't be disappointed. Subscribe now and don't miss an episode. In the bustling streets of Kampala, the pace of life moves at a frenetic rhythm, with each day resembling a chaotic symphony of movement and noise. Amidst the hustle and bustle, one can observe the hurried nature of pedestrians, eager to navigate the maze-like roads and reach their destinations. I am sure we are all familiar with the scenes of crowded intersections within Kampala, where pedestrians dart across the road like nimble gazelles evading predators. The traffic lights flicker impatiently, but the urgency in the air overrides any sense of caution. But in all this, we need to pause and ask ourselves, Opapa Olagawa. People rush heedlessly, their eyes fixed on the other side, oblivious of the cacophony of honking horns and screeching tires. Meanwhile, on the pavements, bodabodas weave through the throngs of pedestrians with reckless abandon. These boda guys, synonymous with the Kampala bustling streets, are notorious for their audacious maneuvers, each riding where they shouldn't, on pavements, one-way street, and even against the flow of traffic. But Opapa Olagawa, the rules of the road seem like mere suggestions to these daredevil riders who prioritize speed and efficiency above all else. As if that weren't enough, drivers behind the wheels of cars and taxis contribute to the chaos with their aggressive driving habits. Opapa Olagawa, Mr. Driver. They speed down narrow streets, overtaking slower vehicles with hair-raising precision. The blare of car horns and the roar of engines reverberate through the air, creating a symphony of chaos that define the urban landscape. In this whirlwind of movement and noise, it's easy to lose the sight of simple pleasures of life. The laughter of children walking on the streets, the aroma of street food wafting through the air, the warmth of a smile exchanged with a stranger. Nengo Opapa Olagawa. As we rush through the frenetic pace of city life, let us not forget to pause and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us, even in the midst of chaos. Young people in particular often find themselves swept up in the pressure to achieve success at a breakneck pace. Society tells us that we must reach certain milestones by a certain age, that our worth is measured by our accomplishments. But let me ask you this, Opapa Olagawa. Success is not a race with a predetermined finish line. It's a journey, a meandering path filled with twists and turns, highs and lows. And along this journey, it's essential to take the time to nourish our souls, to cultivate meaningful connections, to pursue passions that bring us joy. I recently met a friend that I had not seen in a long time. She's that type who was always in a hurry to climb the corporate ladder, to achieve success at any cost. But in her relentless pursuit of wealth and status, she lost sight of what truly mattered: her own happiness and well-being. You don't tell her anything. She was always focused on achieving the next goal, becoming better every single day, which is not a bad thing. But while we are busy chasing these targets and everything, life happens to us. It wasn't until she hit rock bottom, exhausted and disillusioned, that she finally paused to ask herself, Opapa Olagawa. In that moment of introspection, she realized that true fulfillment couldn't be found in external validation or material possessions. It could only be found within, in the simple joys of being alive. We always underestimate the value of just being alive, being able to wake up in the morning, to go about our days, and come back and sleep and wake up again. We underestimate that joy and the importance that has. Amidst the cacophony of societal expectations, one pressure that weighs heavily on the shoulders of very many young people is the rush to marry or get married by a certain age. Nengo Opapa Olagawa. The pressure mounts from all directions: family, friends, religion or cultural norms, urging us to find a partner and settle down before a predetermined deadline. But in this frenzied quest for companionship, we often overlook the essence of true connection and the significance of timing. We all have different timing. Is there anyone who truly knows where exactly we are headed? Even those we look at who have achieved some certain statuses that we would want to achieve are not riding the same road we did. So it's important to pause and ask yourself, Opapa Olagawa. Instead of succumbing to arbitrary deadlines, let us embrace the beauty of uncertainty and allow love to blossom organically in its own time and its own way. Sadly, marriage isn't the only pressure cooker here, voices. They need to fit in with a certain social circle, or the expectation to take on family responsibilities before we are ready can be equally stifling. We also have the comparison trap. Social media cultivates a highlight reel of other people's lives. Don't compare your behind-the-scenes journey to someone else's curated perfection. Remember, Opapa Olagawa, you are on your own unique path. So dear voices, as you navigate the tumultuous waters of life, remember to slow down and savor the journey. Take time to appreciate the beauty that surrounds you, to cherish the moments that take your breath away. And when you feel the urge to rush forward, pause and ask yourself, Opapa Olagawa. For in that question lies the key to a life well lived, a life filled with meaning, purpose, and authentic fulfillment. Until next time, stay mindful, stay present, and always remember to cherish the journey. Because Opapa Olagawa. As we come to the end of our episode, I hope our exploration into the pressures surrounding us and the societal deadlines has inspired you to caution the rush and embrace the freedom of your own journey. Remember, dear voices, life is not a race to the altar or a quest for validation through societal milestones. Let us find solace in the unknown, courage in the authenticity, and joy in the unfolding of our own unique stories. Until next time, stay true to your own path and keep listening to the whispers of your heart. This is Bonaheri signing off. Opapa Olagawa.